Hello there, boys and girls. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the final episode of the series at 1860 Munich. And we come into these two finals in not great form. Drawn 3 and lost 1. So we haven't gone the league season invincible, unfortunately. Wolfsburg beat us away from home 3-1. Phil Foden scoring the first goal on the 31st minute. But 2 goals from Chalov and a final goal again for Bruma. Brought an end to our unbeaten run in the final day of the season. And actually, even though they won, they actually relegated Wolfsburg from the league. So they're going to Bundesliga 2 next season. But we stay top by 9 points ahead of Dortmund, even though we had a shaky finish to the season. 3 draws against Werder, Arsenal and Bayern, and a loss against Wolfsburg. But yeah, German Cup first, and then we go to the Champions League final against Liverpool in 7 days' time. This is going to be the lineup that goes up against Hamburg in this German Cup final. We've got Radi in goal, Strangle, Strel, Vincente and Koyate are the back line. Edemario and Rios in the middle of midfield with Calabria on the right, Afalobi on the left with Foden in behind Tammy Abraham. On the bench, we've got Clayton, Martinez, McKennie, Hudson-Odoi, Oliver, Carlos Antonio and Fernando Augusto. Very attack-minded bench we've got going into this final. Let's submit that team and let's get going in this final episode of 1860 Munich. Afalobi injured 20 minutes in, and Afalobi injured on that left-hand side. We're going to put Hudson-Odoi on that left-hand side, confirm that sub, but not the best thing to have. Afalobi injured and could miss the Champions League final as well. That's half-time in this German Cup. A drab affair, really, to be fair. Afalobi injured and also had to take Edemario off. He picked a little bit of a knock up as well. It was a bruised foot, I think, or bruised ankle. So we've moved Foden back and pushed Carlos Antonio up as that attacking midfielder. I'm just going to get assertive with the guys and just say I'm not happy with the performance out there. Need a little bit better, a little bit more in this second half. Go out there and win this German Cup. First highlight of any real note, Foden in the middle of the park. Lovely ball out to Calabria. He keeps it on, whips that ball into the near post, and Tammy Abraham Strangle picks up the ball. Foden's there, Foden shoots, Foden scores. 1-0 to 1860. 9th goal of his season for us. Been fantastic for us this year. Phil Foden either playing just behind the striker or actually a little bit deeper in the midfield. Abraham can't get a hold of that cross. Strangle picks up the ball, finds Phil Foden. First time shot into that left-hand corner. 1-0 1860. Strel, just about 25 minutes left, finds Calabria down that right-hand side again. Can he get the ball in? Falls to Carlos Antonio. He goes for goal. He fires one past the keeper. 11th goal of his season and a comfortable 2-0 lead now for 1860. Good strike from outside the box. Strel finds Calabria. He then uses all this space down this right-hand side. He whips the ball in, deflected back to Carlos Antonio, and his left-footed shot past the keeper before he even knew it. 2-0 1860. Kudo back to Nikitovic, and he has to go all the way back to Ozan, and that's a ball over to the left-hand side. Strangle heads it down, and good block again. Falls to Carlos Antonio. Now we're on the counter-attack, and it's a good tackle by Wechalowski, and runs loose to the defender. Vincente needed to win that header against Bergtar. He didn't. He's now in on the back line. Cerner got a little bit half a yard, goes for goal and hits the crossbar, and we eventually get that ball clear. Coming into about the last 10 minutes. Good tackle by McKennie. Carlos Antonio, a little bit of time and space. Drives into the box. He's made the difference in this second half. Coming on for Edemario. And we push Phil Foden back. He scored a brace in this second half and won us the German Cup. A good tackle by McKennie. Poor throwing really by Hamburg. And then Carlos Antonio with lots to do really with that shot. A little dribble into the box and picked his spot. 3-0 1860. And there we have it. Full-time whistle goes 3-0 to 1860. We win the German double in the cup and the league. We'll have to see how long Afalobi's going to be out, and also how long Edemario is going to be out as well. But we win the German Cup, and now we go on to the Champions League against Liverpool at the Santiago Bernabeu, and let's see how much these injuries are. So Afalobi will miss that Champions League final. He's out for 3 to 4 weeks. And Edemario should be back for it. He's out only for 1 to 3 days. I will see you when we get there and we'll have a look at the lineup. Before we get into the Champions League final, we've got some end of season awards for the league. Strel picking up Rookie of the Year, 27 appearances, no goals, but a 7.19 average. He had a fantastic first full season in the Bundesliga, and he's just going to get better and better. Wonder Kid now, as the media description, and worth £58 million, and he came through our ranks, broke through last season, and this season's gone strength to strength. Been phenomenal for us. I am named Manager of the Year ahead of Tuchel for Dusseldorf and Nagelsmann against for Dortmund. Hasenhüttl wins Players Manager of the Year for a good job that he did at Werder Bremen. I come second, and Daniel Tuffel comes third. Named in Team of the Year, we have got quite a few. Strangle, Strel, Martinez are the back line. Hudson, Odoi, Rios and Foden in the middle, but no one up top. So no Carlos Antonio, no Tammy Abraham. Players Team of the Year, same sort of team. As regards to the Team of the Year, same personnel in that one. And lots of the boys earning Team of the Year bonuses. If there's any more news to come, I'll let you know before the Champions League. There we go then. This is the rundown of how we got to the Champions League final. Our group stage was pretty simple, to be fair. Kiev, PSV and Napoli all being dispatched with I didn't know this, without a single goal conceded in the group stage. Actually, without a single goal conceded until the quarter-final against Barca. But we got through the group stage with maximum points, top of the group. We then faced Inter in the San Siro in the first knockout round and beat them 4-0 away. Calabria, Antonio and Tammy Abraham with a brace, and then came back to Munich with a 3-0 win. Abraham and Adamario from the penalty spot with Aznar own goal. We then scraped through the quarter-final against Barcelona. Great first leg victory, 5-2 winners for Andre ter Stegen with an own goal. Carlos Antonio, Strel, Hudson-Odoi and Oliver with the goals, but they did have two away goals, Vicente and João Felix with the goals for them. We then went to the Camp Nou and actually lost 2-0, so 5-4 on aggregate. A very, very squeaky affair with the Catalans, but we did just manage to do enough and get through to the semis, where we faced Arsenal. A fantastic away win against Arsenal, 3-0. Foden, Leno and Tammy Abraham scoring the goals there. And then, actually, to be fair, wasn't too bad a draw. We did a really good job of containing Arsenal for about 65 minutes. And then Eddie Nketiah scored on the 66. Jose Antonio Oliver scoring a very, very important goal in that one to win 4-1 Liverpool in the final. And this is the team that's going to go up against Liverpool today. Radi in goal, Strangle, Strel, Vicente and Kouyaté are the back line. Edamario and Foden in the middle of midfield. Foden drops back a little bit and Rios drops out of the team. Oliver on the right-hand side and Calabria on the left-hand side due to Afalobi's injury. Carlos Antonio comes in as advanced playmaker after his brace, winning double, winning us the German Cup, and then Tammy Abraham up top, our talisman for the last couple of seasons. But goals have come from everywhere, as you can see here. Lots of people on double figures. Abraham with 17, Calabria with 12, Carlos Antonio with 12, Oliver with 10, Foden's nearly on double figures with 9, and Hudson-Odoi with 11. So goals all from all over the place in our squad. On the bench, 12-man bench, but Afalobi doesn't travel due to the injury. Let's go and get it. 1860 Munich versus Liverpool in the Champions League final. Can we round off the series with a Champions League win? They line up with a 4-2-3-1 as well. Players in the team still: Becker, Trent, Gomez, Van Dijk still there. Keita is still there as well, and Salah still on that right hand side. They brought in Wagnerman on that left hand side. Andy Robertson obviously moved on. Milojevic is in there alongside Keita, with Asensio on the left and Tom Lamar in behind Burke, who obviously is a regen for them. 14 appearances, or 14 starts, 13 goals and 1 assist. Not a bad season for Pete Burke. They've still, Rian Brewster is on the bench for them. They've still got Bobby Firmino. They've still got Woodburn and Fabinho. So yeah, still a really strong Liverpool side. And yeah, let's see what we can do against it. Corner, Lamar with a corner in. Radi spills it and it falls to Virgil van Dijk. And Liverpool go 1-0 up after a mistake from Radi. 20 minutes gone in this Champions League final. Lamar with an in-swinging corner. Radi comes out and claims it, spills through his hands and falls to Virgil van Dijk. 1-0 Liverpool. nothing really happening so far in this highlight. Salah now on that right-hand side, cutting inside like he usually does. Out to Asensio, and he shoots and he scores. Marco Asensio going back to the Bernabeu and scoring a second goal. And is that the goal that already wins this Champions League for Liverpool? Mo Salah on that right-hand side, cutting inside. Lovely ball over the top to Asensio and drills it into that far corner. Raddy, no chance this time. 2-0 Liverpool. Vaganan throws the ball in, but Enimario gets that ball clear, only as far as Milicevic, back out to Virgil, and now Vaganan coming in from that left-hand side. Thomas Lemar back to Vaganan again, into Thomas Lemar, and now on that edge, falls to Keita, hits the crossbar, and we finally do get it clear, and Mo Salah being closed down by Kouyaté, and this time Vicente getting the ball clear. This is all Liverpool in this first half. Calabria whips that ball into the back post, a bit too strong. Vicente wins the header against Thomas Lemar, but pretty easy for Becker. And now they're going to launch this ball forward, trying to get Pete Burke onto it. Kouyaté's underneath it. Pete Burke's there trying to chip Raddy, but not to be. 5 minutes to go in this first half. And that's half time, 2-0 for Liverpool. We're going to make some changes. I'm going to get assertive and aggressive, actually. Show me something else in this second half. I'm going to make some changes. Carlos Antonio is going to go up top for Tammy Abraham. We're going to push Foden further forward. And then we're going to bring Rios on for Tammy. Anybody else who's not playing particularly well, Calabria on that left-hand side will bring on Hudson-Odoi. And then we'll leave the third and final substitution if we need it. And we're also going to go positive in this second half. We need a goal early on to get back into this Champions League final. Strel now on that right-hand side into Phil Foden, pushed him further forward this second half. Oliver on that right-hand side taking over, trying to find a ball over to Hudson-Odoi, but didn't have the legs on it. And now Liverpool get the ball back. Gomez being pressed and finds a lovely ball out to Marco Asensio, and that's a good interception from Oliver. Carlos Antonio now into Rios. Rios goes for a shot, and Alisson needs to push that round for a corner kick. Oliver again whipping this ball in, trying to find Hudson-Odoi. Falls back out to Phil Foden, back out to Oliver. Can we get the ball in, find a blue shirt? Falls to Rios. Can he go for goal? Yes, he can, but it's a tame effort straight at Alisson. Burke's underneath this, but Strel wins the header, but only as far as Asensio. But a good block again from Enimario. Asensio cutting in, goes for goal, and it's wayward from the Spaniard. Becker again from a goal kick on the hour mark. We probably need to score now to have any sort of chance to get back into this game. Phil Foden turning and running at the Liverpool defence. Lovely ball out to Oliver. Again, lovely switch out to Hudson-Odoi. Oliver at the back post. It's a tame header and not doing enough in this game to win it. Alisson probably from a foul, so free kick that deep in. Kouyaté wins the header, and now we knock it on to Foden. Out to Oliver again, driving down that right-hand side, finds Foden, lovely ball out to Hudson-Odoi, into Carlos Antonio, 25 minutes left on the clock, and we get a goal back, and we're back in this game, his 13th goal of the season. Lovely move from the midfield. Oliver quickly in to Foden, he quickly gets the ball out to Hudson-Odoi, come on and changed everything down that left-hand side, and Carlos Antonio calmly puts it into the back of the net. 2-1 now to Liverpool. Didn't need this to happen. Hudson-Odoi has now been injured, so we're going to have to bring him off and probably bring on someone like, I'm not entirely sure who we're going to bring on here. It's going to be a tough one. So with that injury with Hudson-Odoi, we push Foden out to the left-hand side. Rios as the advanced playmaker and brought McKennie on in the middle. Let's play this final 20 minutes, see if we can get back into this game and possibly take it to injury time. And they go long again. Burke underneath it. Strel heads the ball back. Lovely defending there from the youngster. Raddy with the ball in his hands, and we're going for, are we going to go direct or no? We're going out to this left-hand side. Vicente with the ball at his feet. No one pressing him from Liverpool. Carlos Antonio in that channel, but Virgil van Dijk does what he does best and just shrugs him off. Asensio now down that left-hand side over the top to Pete Burke. He's in on goal. He's done Raddy with a little bit of movement, and that is probably going to be game over. 1860 Munich 1, Liverpool 3. We're not going to win the Champions League in our final episode of this series. Wagnerman gets the ball out to Asensio, and Asensio just sees that run from Burke peeling off the back of Vicente, and this is where Raddy just rushes out and he just does him with a little bit of movement and then passes the ball into the back of the net. 3-1 Liverpool. And Trent's made it 4 on literally the final whistle. 5 minutes into injury time. It's Munich 1, Liverpool 4. Too strong for us. Some of our players not been on this stage before. Liverpool have, and Trent just nicks that one into the near post. It's 4-1 to Liverpool, and there we have it. Full time whistle goes. 4-1 to Liverpool. Disappointing from our side of things. A couple of injuries not helping us going into the game. Afalobi injured beforehand. Hudson-Odoi injured during the game, and some of our players just not played at that level before. Liverpool have, and that probably made the difference. As you can see, Radi 6.3 made a couple of mistakes. Strangle on a 6.3, Vincente on a 6.4, Strel and Kouyaté 6.5s, Foden on a 6.4. Been a good player for us this season, but yeah, fell at the final hurdle. Liverpool definitely deserved it, and we were nowhere in the race for the game at all. But we got to the final, and say not a bad final season to have in this save. Here we go, end of season things with regards to all the usual stuff that we do. Best 11 now, Radi in goal, Klaassen, Diakabe, Velasquez, Strangle, the back line, Edemario and Ilic in the middle of midfield. Černý, Foden comes in, Oliver on the right-hand side, and Tammy Abraham. Let's view the best overall 11 on the bench as well. You've got Marius Muller in goal, Carter Vickers, Egbo, Hudson-Odoi, Angel Gomez, Sergio Rios, and Alejandro Majes. He scored 23 goals in 54 games. I didn't know he scored that many for us, to be brutally honest, but that is the overall best 11 from all 8 seasons of this save. And actually some fantastic players in there that didn't probably get the kind of mentions that they deserve. Leon Klaassen was here from minute 1 in the save. Luka Ilic in the middle of midfield. I think Ilic in his pump with Edemario would have been an absolutely brilliant midfield. Černý on that left-hand side was fantastic. 7.20, 37 goals in 99 games for the club. An absolutely brilliant servant. And Tammy Abraham up top, 163 games, 76 goals. And if you have a look at where these goals come from as well, they come from all over the place. Even our defenders chip in as well. And all in all, very pleased with that best 11. End of season awards. Strel got player of the match. He's been a fantastic servant for us this year, and I would have loved to have carried on and played with him a little bit more. Hoover with goal of the season against Heidenheim. Afalobi signing of the season, £63 million from Stuttgart, and he's been pretty good for us, actually, to be fair. A few injuries here and there, but actually on that left-hand side, not too bad. 25 appearances, 4 goals, 4 assists, 3 player of the matches, a 7.01 for Afalobi in his one and only season for us. We lost in the Champions League, but won all the other competitions. 99% full was the stadium. Actually, we're going to get a stadium upgrade in the next season if we were doing one. But all in all, not too bad with regards to the attendance. Tammy Abraham came third in the Golden Boot for the Champions League. 6 goals and 3 assists in the games he played. And we had some players in the Dream Team as well. We had Abraham, Foden and Martinez, but the rest of it pretty much made up of Liverpool and 1 City player there as well. Alisson won Goalkeeper of the Year in the Champions League. Radi came second. Strel Martinez won first and second in Defender of the Season for the Champions League. It was dominated by Liverpool players. The Midfielder of the Year, Lamar, Asensio and Salah with the winners there. And Tammy Abraham pipped Kylian Mbappe and Robert Lervers to win the Champions League Cup Forward of the Year. But what a journey it's been with 1860 Munich. 8 seasons gone, and we've done pretty well for ourselves. Started way back here in the third Liga in the German league, and we won that first season in, which was a great achievement with the squad that we had. We then had back-to-back promotions, which I didn't want, really, to be fair, because our squad wasn't ready, but we nipped into third and won the playoff with the team in the Bundesliga. Then the first season in the Bundesliga, we finished an amazing 5th place and we qualified for European football. We then followed that up with another 5th place alongside playing in the Europa League. And not too bad, 2 5th place finishes back to back. We then won our first German league title in a very, very long time. And since then, it's been a little bit of a German dominance for us. We've done fantastically well in Germany with the league and the cups. But yeah, just European success, not quite there. If we have a look at the overall standings, so 5 Bundesligas, say we won the first one in 2023, and the last time they won the league was 1966. So a fantastic way to finish this save. In actually fact, we've actually got 1860 back on top. We also won the German Cup 2 times. Again, the last time they won that was 1964. We won it in 2025 and 2026. And yeah, the only thing missing from there is a European title, either the Europa League or the Champions League. But not to be, I'd say, a bit like football, you're not always going to win every single competition. But I want to say thank you very much for everybody that's out there supported this series. 84, 85 episodes long. Thank you very much for watching it. Thank you very much for stopping by. Thank you very much for all the support on the series. Likes, comments, views, everything. And yeah, all I can say is thank you for the support. We'll be back on Monday. This is where the Newcastle save takes over now on the normal schedule. So 5:30 on Monday, we'll be back with a Newcastle United save, and that will be in the 5:30 slot every single day going forward until we finish that challenge. And I'm just going to get my thinking cap on exactly what we're going to do just to tie this over until FM20. But thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the episode, enjoyed the series, hit that like button on this episode. See if we can get 20-25 likes. It'll be absolutely brilliant. If you're new around here and you've enjoyed everything that you've seen, either it's on this save or the Newcastle save, hit that subscribe button, follow it up with the bell icon so you're notified anytime a video on this channel goes live. It goes straight into your sub boxes. And until next time, Monday at 5:30, it's all things Newcastle. I'll see you soon.